Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about a subject that resonates deeply with many of us, knowing your worth and understanding the power of walking away when you are not valued. The title of my speech is "They Will Regret Losing You." Your value is something no one else can replicate, and understanding this truth is essential to navigating life with confidence and self-respect. When people fail to see or appreciate what you bring to their lives, they often operate under the misconception that what you offer can be found elsewhere. However, your unique combination of qualities, experiences, and the energy you bring to the table is one of a kind. It's only when you're no longer there that they begin to realize how significant your presence truly was. Imagine the way a small but essential piece of a puzzle fits perfectly into its place. Without that piece, the entire picture is incomplete. That's what your contributions represent in any situation, whether in relationships, friendships, or professional settings. You may not always be the loudest or the most visible, but your efforts, care, and consistency form an integral part of the whole. Over time, people can take these qualities for granted, assuming they will always be there ready to support and uplift. They overlook the quiet strength you bring, the reliability you provide, or the warmth you add to their lives. Your value goes beyond surface-level characteristics. It is rooted in the intangible qualities that make you who you are: your empathy, your creativity, your ability to connect deeply, and your willingness to give selflessly. These are not traits that can be easily replaced. It's one thing to meet new people or hire someone else for a role, but it's entirely different to find someone who brings the same depth of commitment, thoughtfulness, and passion that you do. When you decide to step away, whether from a relationship, a friendship, or even a professional environment, you initiate a process that many fail to anticipate: the realization of loss. This process isn't immediate. It takes time for people to notice the void you leave behind. At first, they may assume they can move on easily, filling the space with distractions or replacements. But as days turn into weeks and weeks into months, the absence of your presence becomes undeniable. They will start to remember the little things: the way you listened attentively when they needed someone to talk to, the way you went out of your way to make their life easier, or the unique perspective you brought to the table. These moments, once overlooked, will now stand out as irreplaceable. They'll begin to realize that not everyone has your patience, your kindness, or your ability to see the best in others. What makes this realization even more poignant is that it often arrives when it's too late. By the time they come to regret losing you, you've likely moved forward, growing stronger and more confident in your worth. The distance gives you clarity about how much you were giving and how little you were receiving in return. It's a bittersweet truth. Their regret becomes a reflection of your irreplaceable value, but it also highlights their inability to recognize it when it mattered most. Your irreplaceable value isn't just about what you do for others. It's also about who you are at your core. You have your own dreams, passions, and aspirations, and being in an environment that doesn't recognize your worth can stifle your growth. By removing yourself from those who take you for granted, you reclaim the energy and focus to invest in yourself. This investment not only benefits you, but also serves as a reminder to those who underestimated you. As you grow and thrive in new spaces where your worth is celebrated, the contrast becomes even more apparent to those who let you go. They see your success, your happiness, and your light shining brighter than ever, and it becomes a constant reminder of what they lost. This isn't about seeking revenge or validation. It's simply the natural outcome of valuing yourself and refusing to settle for less than you deserve. Your value is a gift, not an obligation. The love, support, and effort you offer should never be taken for granted, nor should it be expected without reciprocity. By recognizing your worth and having the courage to step away from those who fail to appreciate it, you send a powerful message: you will not settle for being undervalued. The regret they feel is their lesson to learn, not your burden to carry. While they reflect on what they lost, you continue to grow, knowing that your value is something extraordinary. And as you move forward, you'll attract people and opportunities that honor and celebrate the unique and irreplaceable person you are. Sometimes people fail to appreciate what they have until it is no longer there. It is a painful yet transformative truth that absence has a way of amplifying appreciation. When you remove yourself from a situation, relationship, or environment where you were undervalued, it forces others to confront the void you leave behind. This process can be eye-opening for those who once overlooked your contributions, revealing just how much you mattered all along. In the hustle and bustle of daily life, it's easy for people to take things, and especially people, for granted. They may assume that your kindness, support, and reliability will always be there, like the air they breathe or the sun that rises each day. They grow accustomed to your presence, to the comfort you provide, and to the effort you invest in making their lives better. But when you step away, it disrupts the rhythm they've come to rely on. Suddenly, the absence of your energy, care, contributions creates a gap that can't be ignored. This realization doesn't happen immediately. At first, they may feel unaffected, assuming that things will carry on as usual. They might even convince themselves that they can replace you or that what you brought to the table wasn't unique. But time has a way of peeling back layers of denial. As days and weeks pass, the absence becomes more noticeable. They begin to encounter moments where your presence was once a given, moments that now feel hollow or incomplete. The memories start to resurface. They think about the times you went out of your way to help them, the small acts of kindness that brightened their day, or the unwavering support you offered during their toughest moments. These recollections are no longer just memories, they become reminders of what they lost. They may not have acknowledged your worth when you were there, but your absence makes it impossible to ignore. What makes this process even more profound is the irreplaceability of genuine connection. The world is full of people, but not all relationships are created equal. You bring a unique combination of qualities, energy, and love that no one else can replicate. People may try to fill the void with others, but they'll quickly realize that surface-level connections can't match the depth and authenticity you offer. It's not just about what you did for them, it's about who you are. And once that realization sets in, regret begins to take root. Regret is a powerful emotion. It's the sting of missed opportunities, the weight of what could have been, and the ache of recognizing value too late. When they regret losing you, it's not just about the loss of your presence. It's also about the loss of the possibilities that came with it. The potential for growth, joy, and mutual respect is now out of reach, and they must come to terms with the fact that their actions or lack thereof led to this outcome. Your absence does more than amplify their appreciation. It also highlights the depth of their oversight. It forces them to confront their own shortcomings, to reflect on why they failed to value you when they had the chance. This reflection can be uncomfortable, even painful, but it is also necessary. Regret becomes a teacher, illuminating the consequences of taking someone for granted. While their journey of realization unfolds, you are embarking on your own path of growth and self-discovery. By stepping away from a situation where you were undervalued, you create space for new opportunities and connections that align with your worth. This isn't about seeking validation from their regret. It's about reclaiming your power and choosing environments that nurture and celebrate your uniqueness. Over time, the contrast becomes undeniable. They see you thriving, surrounded by people who recognize your value and opportunities that reflect your potential. This growth serves as a silent yet powerful reminder of what they let slip away. Your success and happiness aren't about proving a point. They are a natural outcome of honoring yourself and refusing to settle for less than you deserve. Their regret, though significant, is not your responsibility. It is a reflection of their choices and a lesson they must learn on their own. Meanwhile, you are free to continue moving forward, carrying the knowledge that your absence holds power. It is a testament to your irreplaceable value and a reminder that those who truly appreciate you will never take you for granted. In the end, your absence amplifies not just their appreciation, but also your understanding of your own worth. It reinforces the importance of being in spaces where you are celebrated, not merely tolerated. And as you move forward, you'll find that the right people and opportunities will never need the lesson of your absence to recognize your value. They'll see it from the very beginning. Growth is one of the most powerful indicators of resilience and self-worth. When you walk away from people or situations that fail to value, it isn't just a departure, it's a declaration. You are choosing to honor your potential, invest in yourself, and prioritize your well-being over staying in a space that limits your ability to thrive. What happens next is transformative. As you grow and evolve, the full weight of your absence becomes clear to those who underestimated or took you for granted. They will regret losing you because your growth will showcase the value they failed to see. The decision to walk away is not always easy. It often comes after a prolonged period of giving more than you receive, of trying to make things work, and of hoping others will recognize your worth. But when the moment of clarity arrives, when you realize that staying is holding you back, you unlock a strength within yourself that propels you forward. This strength becomes the foundation of your growth. Personal growth is a powerful process. It involves learning from past experiences, identifying your strengths, and nurturing the parts of yourself that may have been neglected. When you walk away from a situation where your value wasn't appreciated, you reclaim the energy and focus that was once directed at pleasing others. This newfound energy allows you to invest in your goals, passions, and well-being. You begin to flourish in ways that might not have been possible if you had remained in a space that didn't honor your worth. As you grow, the transformation becomes visible not only to you, but also to the world around you. People begin to notice your confidence, your achievements, and the lightness in your spirit. You radiate an energy that speaks of self-assurance and purpose. It's a stark contrast to the version of you that may have been diminished or overlooked in the past. This transformation is a testament to the power of choosing yourself. For those who let you go or failed to appreciate you, witnessing your growth can be a humbling experience. They start to see the depth of what they lost, not just in terms of your contributions, but also in the potential you carry. They may have seen you as someone who fit into a specific role in their lives, without recognizing the broader scope of your capabilities and dreams. Now, as they observe your progress from a distance, they are confronted with the reality that you were always destined for greatness. Regret often stems from a realization of missed opportunities, and for them, the opportunity was you. They regret not nurturing the relationship, not supporting your aspirations, and not being the kind of person who encouraged your growth. This regret is magnified as they see you achieving milestones and finding happiness without their presence. It's a bittersweet moment for them, a mixture of admiration for your growth and disappointment in their own inability to be a part of it. But your growth is not about them, it's about you. It's about breaking free from limitations, embracing your potential, and creating a life that reflects your values and desires. The beauty of this journey is that it doesn't require their validation or acknowledgement. Your success and happiness are a result of your choices, determination, and belief in yourself. As you continue to evolve, you attract new opportunities and connections that align with your growth. You find yourself surrounded by people who celebrate your achievements, support your dreams, and appreciate your unique qualities. These relationships are a stark contrast to the ones you left behind, and they reaffirm your decision to walk away from anything less than what you deserve. In time, the gap between where you were and where you are now becomes undeniable. Those who let you go will see how far you've come and realize that their inability to value you was a mistake. Their regret is a natural consequence of their actions, but it is not your burden to bear. Your growth is a reminder that you are not defined by their choices, but by your own resilience and determination. Your journey of growth is a celebration of your worth. It's a testament to the strength it takes to walk away, the courage to pursue your dreams, and the wisdom to prioritize yourself. As you thrive, their regret serves as a silent acknowledgement of the incredible person you are, someone who is destined to shine, regardless of who recognizes it. And in the end, your growth becomes a beacon of hope for others, showing that choosing yourself is the first step toward living a life of purpose and fulfillment. Respect is the cornerstone of any meaningful relationship or interaction. Whether it's a romantic partnership, a friendship, or a professional environment, mutual respect is what ensures balance, harmony, and growth. When respect is absent, no amount of effort, love, or dedication can compensate for its loss. Staying in a space where respect is lacking does more than undermine your value. It diminishes your spirit, leaving you feeling unappreciated and drained. Choosing to walk away is not just an act of self-preservation, it is a declaration of your worth. It is a powerful statement that says, I deserve better. Respect cannot be forced or demanded. It must come from a genuine recognition of who you are and what you bring to the table. When someone fails to respect you, it's often not a reflection of your shortcomings, but of their inability to appreciate the depth of your character, your talents, and your contributions. Remaining in such an environment only enables their behavior, allowing them to continue taking you for granted. Walking away disrupts this cycle, forcing them to confront the consequences of their actions or inactions. Leaving a situation where respect is absent takes immense courage. It's not easy to let go of people or circumstances you've invested in, especially when there's hope that things might improve. But over time, you begin to realize that staying in a space that devalues you does more harm than good. It erodes your confidence, stifles your growth, and leaves you questioning your worth. By stepping away, you reclaim your power and send a clear message: you will not settle for less than the respect you deserve. Once you leave, the absence of your presence becomes strikingly evident to those who fail to respect you. Respect often goes unnoticed until it's gone, much like a steady current that quietly sustains everything around it. When you remove yourself, they begin to feel the loss in ways they didn't anticipate. They may realize how much they relied on your support, your wisdom, or your unwavering loyalty. What once seemed like a given now feels like an irreplaceable loss. Their realization often comes with regret. They start to see the ways they overlooked your contributions, dismissed your feelings, or failed to acknowledge your boundaries. They may replay moments in their minds, wondering what they could have done differently to keep you in their lives. This regret is a natural consequence of their failure to value you when they had the chance. But by the time this awareness dawns on them, you've likely moved forward stronger and more determined than ever. Walking away from disrespect doesn't just benefit you, it also serves as a wake-up call for those who mistreated you. It forces them to reflect on their behavior and consider the impact of their actions. In many cases, it's only through your absence that they come to understand the importance of respect and the role it plays in maintaining healthy relationships. This self-reflection can lead to growth and change, but it is not your responsibility to wait for or facilitate their transformation. Your journey is about you, not about fixing others. As you move forward, you'll find yourself in spaces where respect is abundant. You'll connect with people who see your worth, honor your boundaries, and value your presence. These relationships are built on mutual understanding and appreciation, creating an environment where you can thrive. The contrast between these new connections and the ones you left behind is striking, reaffirming your decision to prioritize your self-respect. Your choice to walk away is not an act of defiance, but one of self-love. It's about recognizing that you deserve to be treated with kindness, consideration, and respect. It's about refusing to settle for relationships or environments that do not align with your values. This decision, though difficult, paves the way for a brighter and more fulfilling future. Over time, your actions inspire others. By standing up for yourself and refusing to tolerate disrespect, you set an example for those around you. You show them the importance of self-worth and the power of walking away from anything that doesn't serve you. Your strength becomes a beacon of hope, encouraging others to demand the respect they deserve. In the end, the regret they feel for losing you is a reflection of their own shortcomings, not yours. It is a reminder that respect is not optional, it is essential. And as they grapple with the consequences of their actions, you continue to rise, knowing that your soul's in the path of dignity, growth, and self-respect. You are no longer bound by the limitations of their inability to value you. Instead, you are free to embrace a life where respect is not only given but celebrated. Letting go of people or situations that no longer serve you is an act of profound self-care and courage. It's about making space for better opportunities, relationships, and experiences that align with your worth and aspirations. While it can be difficult to walk away, especially when you've invested time, energy, and emotions, the decision to move on is often the turning point for a brighter and more fulfilling future. When you let go, you signal to the universe and yourself that you are ready for something better, something that truly honors who you are. Every person you encounter and every situation you experience leaves an imprint on your life. However, not all connections are meant to last forever. Some relationships or environments may begin as positive and nurturing, but over time they can become stagnant or even harmful. Recognizing when it's time to move on is a sign of growth. It shows that you understand your value and refuse to remain in spaces that limit your potential. When you let go, you create room for possibilities that were once blocked by the weight of wanting onto the wrong people or circumstances. Imagine carrying a heavy bag filled with things you no longer need. Letting go is like putting that bag down. It frees you to move forward with ease and clarity, unburdened by the past. This newfound freedom allows you to focus on what truly matters: your happiness, your goals, and your well-being. The decision to make space for better is not a rejection of the past, but an embrace of the future. It's about acknowledging that while certain connections may have served you once, they no longer align with the person you are becoming. This realization can be bittersweet, as it often involves leaving behind people or situations you once cared deeply about. But growth requires change, and change often means letting go of what no longer fits. As you create space for better, you open the door to relationships and opportunities that resonate with your true self. You begin to attract people who appreciate your values, support your dreams, and respect your boundaries. These connections feel natural and effortless, providing the kind of mutual care and understanding that was missing in the past. The contrast between these new relationships and the ones you left behind becomes striking, reaffirming your decision to move on. The process of letting go also teaches you important lessons about self-worth. It reminds you that you are not defined by the people or situations you leave behind, but by your ability to prioritize yourself and your needs. It's an act of empowerment, showing that you are willing to choose yourself even when it's difficult. This self-respect radiates outward, influencing how others see and treat you. For those who underestimated or mistreated you, your decision to let go can be a wake-up call. They may have taken your presence for granted, assuming that you would always be there. When you leave, they are forced to confront the reality of your absence and the void it creates. They begin to understand the depth of your contributions and the significance of your presence. Regret often follows as they realize they lost someone who was irreplaceable. But their regret is not your responsibility. It is a reflection of their actions, not your worth. By letting go, you free yourself from the cycle of seeking validation from those who failed to appreciate you. Instead, you focus on creating a life that aligns with your values and aspirations. You take control of your narrative, shaping a future that reflects your true potential. As you move forward, you'll notice that the space you created by letting go is quickly filled with positivity and growth. New opportunities arise, new connections form, and your life begins to flourish in ways you never imagined. This transformation is not a coincidence. It's the result of your decision to prioritize yourself and make room for what truly matters. Letting go is not about loss, but about gain. It's about gaining clarity, gaining freedom, and gaining the ability to pursue a life that aligns with your worth. It's about making space for better, for people who celebrate you, for opportunities that challenge and excite you, and for experiences that bring joy and fulfillment. In the end, the people or situations you leave behind will see the difference. They'll recognize the glow of your happiness, the momentum of your success, and the strength of your character. Their regret will serve as a reminder of the value they failed to honor, while your growth and achievements will stand as proof of the incredible possibilities that come from choosing to let go and make space for better. Time has a way of revealing truths that are often hidden in the moment. When someone chooses to walk away, the immediate impact may not always be clear. However, as days turn into weeks and weeks into months, the absence begins to take on a life of its own. Those who once failed to value or appreciate you are left to face the reality of what they lost. Time does not just heal wounds, it also exposes them, bringing clarity to situations clouded by assumptions, pride, or neglect. This is where regret often finds its place, as time sharpens the contrast between what was and what is. At first, the departure might feel like a small ripple in their lives. They may even convince themselves that life will go on as usual, that your absence will not leave a significant mark. But time has a way of proving otherwise. The subtle, almost invisible ways in which you enrich their lives begin to surface. It's not just the big things like your loyalty or your contributions, but the small, everyday acts that often go unnoticed until they're gone. The way you listened, the encouragement you gave, the stability you provided, all these facets of your presence become glaringly evident when they are no longer there. As time passes, they are confronted with situations where your influence would have made a difference. Maybe it's a challenge at work where your insights would have been invaluable, or a moment of personal struggle where your support would have provided comfort. These moments of realization are not fleeting, they accumulate, painting a picture of how deeply you impacted their lives. Each instance serves as a reminder of what they lost, making it impossible to ignore the void your absence has created. Regret begins to take root when they recognize that their lives are not the same without you. This regret is often multifaceted. It's not just about missing your presence, it's about understanding that they had something rare and unique but failed to honor it. It's the ache of realizing that the laughter, trust, and connection you shared can't simply be replaced. It's this thing of knowing that their actions or inactions pushed you away, and there's no easy way to undo that. Time also brings perspective. In the moment, people often make decisions based on pride, ego, or a lack of awareness. They may have taken you for granted, assuming that your kindness, patience, or efforts were endless. But as time stretches on, these assumptions unravel. They begin to see their role in what went wrong. They start to reflect on the ways they undervalued you or failed to meet your needs. This self-awareness, though painful, is a crucial step in their journey of understanding your worth. Meanwhile, time works in your favor as well. The distance allows you to gain clarity about the situation, helping you see it for what it truly was. It gives you the space to heal, grow, and rebuild your confidence. As you move forward, you start to thrive in ways that might not have been possible had you stayed in a situation where you were undervalued. Your happiness, success, and self-assuredness become undeniable proof of your resilience and worth. For those who let you go, watching you flourish from afar can be a bittersweet experience. It highlights the potential they failed to nurture and the strength they underestimated. Time doesn't just reveal the gap you left in their lives, it also underscores the richness and vibrancy you bring to the spaces you choose to inhabit. Their regret is often compounded by the realization that you are no longer within reach. Time not only reveals the value of what they lost, but also creates a distance that makes reconciliation difficult or impossible. They may wish they could go back and do things differently, but life rarely offers such second chances. This realization deepens their regret as they come to terms with the permanence of their loss. But their regret is not your burden to carry. It is a testament to your impact and a reminder of your irreplaceable value. Time may have revealed your worth to them, but it also reaffirms it to you. It shows you that walking away was not a loss, but a step toward a better, more fulfilling future. As the years go by, their lives may continue, but the memory of you will remain a reminder of what happens when someone fails to value what they have. For you, however, time becomes a gift, offering opportunities to grow, evolve, and build a life that reflects your true worth. In the end, time does more than expose regret. It validates your decision to choose yourself and creates a future where you are surrounded by people and experiences that genuinely honor who you are.